себе теж. Greetings, everyone. Thank you so much for all of us who are joining live or for those who are going to watch this record later. My name is Irina Vinakovska, and today I'm very pleased to have Eugene with me, Eugene Yakovlev. He will present himself. This podcast is a part of series of podcasts which I do with Future Innovation Summit, dedicated to collaboration between, this case, between Nordic countries like Sweden and Ukraine. And we invite all of you to participate this summit and join us live in Sweden, in Stockholm, on February 15, 16. And now I will pass my word to Eugene, because his company does like very amazing things. I mean, and they do this for 17 years, as far as I remember from your website. So it's pretty amazing to have so much dedication. Can you tell a little bit more about your background, what you're doing at Skyeton, and what Skyeton mission is about?
Yeah, thank you very much, Irina. Hello, everyone. My name is Eugene Yakovlev. I am Chief Investment Officer of Skyeton Group. Like Irina mentioned, Skyeton Group is developing drones, mid-class drones. It's a 25 kilograms vehicles with 3 meters fixed wings. We are developing products that can fly more than 30 hours and on distance 120 kilometers in radius. It allows us to surveying big areas. And later we discuss more about use cases. It's open. There are a lot of opportunities for us. At this moment, we are actively providing expansion in Europe and North America. We are trying to collaborate with partners, investors, customers, suppliers, etc. From first of all Europe and North America.
Superb. Can you please tell? I was really amazed because there are a lot of companies who do drones now in Ukraine because there are high demand of drones, and this war, like Russian-Ukraine war, is also called War of Drones. But you were making drones like 15 years prior to this event. So, how you, I mean, you, your partners, founders of the company, how you saw this opportunity? I mean, to invest in such in those previous times it was like high-end innovation for Ukraine especially. So what were like your use cases you were thinking at the beginning, and what are use cases of this kind of vehicles now are popular among business or their future for business?
Yeah,
And not only business.
absolutely right. We started this business in 2006. It's very close to be 20 years in aerospace activity. Regarding background, traditionally Ukraine, it's one of the most developed engineering school in aerospace. Both space and aero business. Obviously, it's a heritage from Soviet Union, but this industry alive, and there are a lot engineers continue to contribute to this industry. If you are talking about companies and how Ukrainian engineers provide value to the globe. Even before war, we had R&D offices of multiple companies, space, aerospace, some well-known names like Boeing, etc. Was present in Ukraine, and Ukrainians provide share their knowledge all over the world. When war started, it's a changed situation because we received probably first time significant internal demand, and it's allow Ukrainian engineers and Ukrainian companies to boost their business. Skyeton, it's a good example because we invested a lot energy and money before war. Well, and we have already had a strong product in our portfolio before Russian invasion in 2022. And when war started, first of all, it's changed approach of war because originally we, no, not only Ukrainians, it's also NATO bloc, Western countries. Base assumption was that you can use, for example, GPS in a war
Mhm.
condition. You can start from airport or something like that. But war in Ukraine shows that all these assumptions was wrong, and now you should work without GPS, with electronic welfare condition. You should start from mutual field without a runway line or something like that. It was a big challenge to engineers, first of all, and no, obviously soldiers firstly, but for engineers too. And our engineers every day deal with these challenges. And thankfully that we have a strong school, we resolve this problem. Skyeton gathered probably the best brains in Ukraine in different fields of engineering. It's aerodynamics, it's a physics, it's a radio electronics, it's mutual electronics, etc., etc. And now we have a team who can resolve any challenges. And every day we in contact with army, and we are trying immediately provide solution to them. As a result, now our drones or systems can work without GPS, with synthetic navigation system, in a electronic welfare condition. We can provide broadcasting in the most difficult condition from up to 200 kilometers. It's a live video broadcasting. It's something that unique on the globe market, and it's something that Skyeton and other Ukrainian companies can bring to the globe. And it's not only something that uh, it was challenge to engineers, we resolve problem, and that's all. No, it's something that can improve safety in Europe, in NATO. We can teach our partners and share this knowledge. And
You've
yeah.
you have stolen my question. Actually, it was about, I mean, different kind of use cases for such technologies, because not, thanks God, not everyone has war on their territory, but obviously this kind of technology may benefit other countries. So I like watch what's happened with different kind of crisis, like climate crisis issues, and I presume that different kind of like disaster management, so this kind of devices, vehicles, they could be very useful. So which kind of use cases are in the highest demand, or you see the most potential in, I mean, across the globe?
Yeah, out of defense use cases, our solution can be useful in any surveillance use cases. To specify them, first of all, it's a border control monitoring, it's a coastline monitoring, it's a wildfire wildfire monitoring, hijacking, illegal migration, line infrastructure monitoring. In case that our solution can provide images with a resolution up to 5 millimeters per pixel, it's open significant list of potential use cases, because
Mhm.
there are a lot activities that now are using uh, let's call manual approach of work, where
Mhm.
the involvements of people or traditional planes, manned helicopters or something like that. It's everything can be changed by drones, and no. Firstly, it will have a big cost effect, but
Mhm.
also it's improves the quality of this solution, because now uh, if we will use drone solution, drones from our class, we can have online monitoring um, of whole border of the country.
Mhm.
Now
It
it
looks
sounds.
like it looks like last Terminator movie when this bad Terminator was using different kind of like satellites to detect where the Sarah Connor and her new friend. Yeah.
Yeah, no, now we are busy working on object detection, and it's a software part of solution. But first of all, now we have already achieved a position where we can generate data and imaging online, whole line of the border. And it's no, obviously it requires some calculation what amount of drones it requires for particular country, but it's resolved. Now we should do some software development, and teach our system to identify uh, illegal migration, some chips, etc., etc. But it's a not big challenge. Yes, and it's something that can ch- change the rules of whole monitoring approach that
Mhm.
existing world is using.
I think like public safety monitoring or some part of the solutions also could be use case for this guys. I mean, when it's some kind of, I don't know, mass events or whatever, or just general public safety. So if you are able to work with such kind of level digitalization to detect my face from, I don't know, 1 to 100 meters. So it looks like there are more use cases when these kind of vehicles like Skyeton vehicles can support safety or manage safety or like make our space more safer.
Uh, Regarding face detection, I think it's something that's challenged to this type of
Hmm.
because no, it's an issue related to angels, how you capture the
Hmm.
faces, its access to personal data, etc.
Yeah, yes, obviously.
In this case, yes, our solution obviously can improve and will improve public safety, because we can do some intelligent work. We should identify some events and monitor, first of all, big territories. It's something that
Hmm.
now unachievable to government, to any authorities. Yeah, regarding no case that you mentioned, it's more like a smart city. Obviously,
Hmm.
our class system can contribute to the smart city, but this part of solution, it's a friendly solution. It's not our use cases that we are developing
Hmm.
in our company.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's I think it's very cost effective when you can monitor with a couple of vehicles a huge territory, which typically is like unattended, so no one watch what happens there. And a lot of countries they do have this kind of territories, and they would like to understand. I mean, it's not only about legal border crossing; it's about like even a kind of I think in infrastructure monitoring as well. I mean, like power lines or whatever objects. So you do need to provide regular monitoring or any kind of field service, but it's very expensive to do it on a regular basis. I mean, just go there and see whatever happens like every week or every day. It's expensive. But when you use this kind of vehicles, it could be more cost effective, and you get like almost
Absolutely.
same result. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you have this power of real time control. I mean, so you literally understand what's happening there this very, I don't know, minute or hour, and it could prevent a lot of disasters, and the consequences would be not so huge or dramatic.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Our solution can be very valuable in some wild territories, wild forest, some territories that are difficult to reach in mountain, for example. Um, uh, and regarding line infrastructure, first of all, it's electricity and pipelines. Now, to provide monitoring activity, you should equip the team, use special
Mhm.
equipment to reach out some territory, and in real life, big amount of infrastructure is not under regular monitoring. Yes, you have a protocol to do something, but in reality, it's difficult and very expensive to reach. Obviously, now uh, people trying to use some satellite solution, drone solution, etc. Some of them have advantages, disadvantages, etc. Our goal to provide solution that can cover big territories, enormous territories like thousands of square kilometers, with real life broadcasting, or very close to real life broadcasting, and improve the safety, trying to predict problems, not just capturing when it have already happened. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, exactly. Because like field monitoring is a big thing, and it's like whole industry, and if you can make it more cost efficient, sounds like a good deal. So one more question I would like it to ask you. It was on our like preliminary set of questions, but it's safe question, so no worries. You told that you have like best engineers, physicians, I mean electricians, I mean all those people who actually build these devices, who make them up to the enormous level of perfection. So these devices literally do their job. So, and it's not so easy to do. I mean, motivate engineers, join them somehow. It's not only about management principles, but I mean, these kind of people, they have their own opinion. They're very professional. So, what's your secret? I mean, how Skyeton, I mean, which kind of, I don't know, it's a big idea, whatever, like management principle or whatever you're using to motivate these best people to work with your company, not any other company who does like similar vehicles as yours, but to you to create these breakthroughs.
Uh, no, at this period of time, it's not a big challenge to motivate people, because they see results of this of their work, and when products that you developed really contribute value to bring Ukrainian victory closer. Uh, it's enough to motivate people at this period of time. On another hand, it's an internal environment. Uh, no, in Skyeton, we have founder Alex Tepura, who's a fan of aviation, and first of all, engineers who join to our team, they feel that it's a club where they can contribute value, test their ideas,
Mhm.
and we have open mind environment inside the team. No, and obviously, uh, engineers like to deal with challenges, and now we have a lot of challenges, and smart people can see results in few days. I think it's a point that in current situation in Ukraine, we shortage R&D process dramatically because
Mm-hmm.
we do not have time for whole process of testing, etc. And it's something that make engineers fun because today you can bring ideas and in few days you will test these ideas. In some activities, it's reduce the R&D process probably up to 5 years because no, from risky point of view, some ideas can't be tested in real life in a normal condition. In this case, current situation in Ukraine accelerate process of R&D, accelerate global progresses, etc. And I think now we have in Ukraine unique situation where people can test the idea very fast and bring these ideas to the market. And no, to close this loop, obviously it's something that can be very interesting to investors. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Yeah, please.
How it become possible? I mean, what kind of like innovation you brought to this R&D process so it becomes so fast? I mean, maybe we can use. I mean, other parts of other countries, other businesses, they can also implement this kind of approach because as far as they see, a lot of businesses are struggling. Okay, we have this idea and we have result, and the time between idea and the result, it's enormous, and the problem is not only about the time or effort, but environment changes during this time. So your idea, your hypothesis, it basically doesn't work, not because it bad, but because like environment has changed, and what we're like experienced previous year, this year, I think we would experience the same situation. So what's the secret sauce?
Uh, no, at the end, answer very simple. We have opportunity to test in real life very, very often and very
Mm-hmm.
fast. Normally, if you're developing, for example, plane or some risky equipment that can kill somebody because no, if you fall on the test
Yeah.
you can destroy some buildings, kill people, kill animals or something like that, and it
Mm-hmm.
require whole laboratory tests just to receive permit for testing your product
Mm.
model, etc., etc. And it's all about time. Now we can develop some devices, install in a plane, and immediately receive feedback from the market. Let's call is it work or not? And it's issue of a few weeks or a few days, depend of product, no, maximum months. Yeah. I repeat, in a normal condition, probably we cannot
Mm-hmm.
avoid whole process of testing. But
Sure.
in a work condition, it's a norm. It's absolute. No, we don't have time. Uh, and if we open this technology portfolio to rest of the world, in Ukraine, we have already tested it and we understand is it work or not. And
Mm-hmm.
then obviously we should do some civilian certification, etc., etc. But in any case, it's much more faster because we save this time on R&D. And
Mm-hmm.
from investment point of view, it's we saved cost. From technology progress, we save time, and no, we bring to the market product that probably will require 5 times testing or laboratory activities just now, just today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's very important. I mean, so that's how we can like export some innovations which were developed during these complicated years and previously to other countries because they're like with very high quality, just because we have a lot of opportunities to test. We can make this procedure shorter, and especially with drones, so no one flies on drones. So if drone will fall in, I don't know, in the middle of nowhere, no one would get hurt. So if you do the same stuff with plane, obviously someone will get hurt. It's a bad thing. That's why procedures exist. So
Absolutely.
it's, yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
okay.
Irene, another small example. It's a, law regulation. In Ukraine, we can fly beyond the visual control without any restriction. For example, in Europe, we have some law restriction. We should do some certification, and no, this process is long. In this case, even in this one small example, we can see why we can accelerate R&D process and progress of this technology.
And actually, what's the tricky point? I don't remember who wrote this classic of science fiction, but the story was that there was some kind of war room, the best scientist of all was the world, and some military guy showed them device which helps people to fly without any kind of engine. So basically, they fight this gravity issue, but the issue is that this device is broken, and the person who invented it has died during this testing period. And they think talking about, okay, it's impossible, maybe it's possible, or it may be possible, and they basically create some kind of device. It's totally different. It's like a building size, not like a backpack size, but they just took these limitations from their head. And I think that's what is very important, because a lot of companies from all over the world, they have made innovations when they moved this limitation from their head. Okay, we need to do it fast. How we can do it fast? So you are not talking about, okay, it's impossible, there are procedures or whatever. And it's not only about the special conditions we now have in Ukraine, but it's about a different kind of innovative mindset, I think. So thank you for bringing this, because it's very inspiring. I mean, because constantly challenge yourself, your business, your team with the question how we can do this, which sounds like impossible, helps basically to overcome this mindset issue we all have inside.
I think your point is absolutely right, but I repeat, now in current condition, the main motivation for all Ukrainian people or Ukrainians, it's a victory in this war. And
Sure.
uh, every day we should resolve problems. We should no, we do not think about something else. For example, we should fly not 100 kilometers, we should fly 200 kilometers and broadcasting on 200 kilometers. It's like a problem and that we should resolve immediately. And it's not about no, we do not have even internal discussion about is it
Yeah.
possible or not possible. We just have to resolve this problem. It's a
Yeah,
point.
because you don't have any kind of choice. I mean, it's like vital problem. It's not like some kind of hypothetical problem. Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's why it's so
absolutely.
important.
And no, it's not only related to the drones technology. I think it's all technologies that we are using in a war condition. It is actual. No, I'm in a technological business multiple years, and I remember that engineers like to have debates about is it possible or not possible, some physical laws, etc. Now it's removed from the room, and we bring to the table problem from, for example, frontline, or it doesn't matter from where, we should resolve, and people start to dig how to resolve.
Mhm.
That's all. And no, it's really very fast and very productive.
It's so impressive and inspire. I mean, it's very bad that inspiration comes from this place. I mean, from this situation, but it's good that you show this example for other people, like founders, because they all are fighting with challenges with something which is impossible. And when they hear about this example, so they can take something out of it and think it's very good. And we're almost on the top of our like 30 minutes podcast. And the last question I would like to ask you, Today, I see a lot of Ukrainian entrepreneurs, startuppers, founders of existing business. They try to travel a lot. They try to network a lot. They try to talk a lot about Ukrainian innovations, Ukrainian projects, Ukrainian technologies. We're talking about tech here. So, why it's important, I mean, to network, to participate in any kind of like business events, for Skyeton, for example, it's not only, I presume it's not only about like finding investor or clients, I mean, and what helps you to stay on the right track with all this traveling, because you're responsible for investment, so obviously you need to meet a lot of people, so how you keep your like balance safe?
Uh, no, first of all, now we are opening Ukraine to the rest of the world. It's not a very simple task because there are a lot, especially big players. Previously, did not consider Ukraine like a center of innovation. Yes, so we have some good examples in IT businesses, but related to hardware, aerospace, etc., it was not on the map or radars of big players. Now, all of us trying to change this mindset and open Ukraine and promote Ukrainian companies' solution to the globe. Yeah, and to answer on your question, how to keep productive,
Mhm.
it's simple when you understand why you are doing that. You understand that you can, no, you can build a good company that will contribute value to the globe. You can improve life in Ukraine, etc. Personal me, like, no, I'm doing in investment activities multiple years. I understand that all investments that I bring to my companies, it's something that improve life in Ukraine. After that we will proud that in Ukraine we established some good businesses, etc., etc. And it's enough to be motivated and to have enough energy to fulfill all these challenges.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me. And me and Eugene, we invite all of you to participate Future Summit of Ukraine, which is going to be in Stockholm on February 15 and 16, where you can meet me or Eugene in person and other marvelous speakers. We will talk a lot about different kind of innovation aspects, innovation ecosystems, how they work in Sweden, which kind of tech innovations Ukrainian companies can bring. So it's a great opportunity to meet both sides. And one more time, Eugene, thank you for participating and sharing your knowledge. I just finished the book, which is called Why, How the Best Leaders Motivate, and something like that, about actually mission. And you have finished your speech with this mission. When you know why you're doing this, it helps you to stay productive. I think it's very important. And I would like to finish on this very inspirational quote. And thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you in Stockholm in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thank you very much. See you in Stockholm. Welcome. Bye.
Bye.